Are you getting beaten up by life every single day, waiting for something to come at you when you feel like deep down there's a more empowering way to start your day? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to help you learn how to use energy in a way that allows you to create a positive mindset every day. Let's go get that nugget. Welcome, ladies, to the Life Mastery for Women podcast. I'm Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind, your host. This is where we go to learn to master our life one nugget at a time. Hey, ladies, it's Jen Mack, Lady of the Mind. Welcome to today's episode where I hope I'm finding you living every day from a positive perspective. If you're not living every day in a positive way, then it is my intention that in today's episode, I give you just one nugget of inspiration towards your transformation. So welcome to today's episode, how to master a positive mindset every day. Now, let me first emphasize, I do not mean Pollyanna. I do not mean like, oh, it's okay that I got a flat tire and I got mud on my brand new skirt on my way to work and I stubbed my toe and I broke my pinky all in the morning and it's going to be a fine day. I don't mean that. For one, if you know me in any respect at all, you know that I am nowhere near a Pollyanna. Like I'm like a realist. But at the same time, I like to work with energy from this curious perspective that says something like, I wonder how today is going to go, but I'm going to give a little emphasis on how I want my day to go. I'm going to make a choice of how I want my day to go. So today I want to give you an analogy. I've talked about it before. I want to talk about it again. It's one of my favorite analogies, and it's stop throwing dog poop on the sidewalk of life. And so I want you to picture this. I want you to picture you standing on a sidewalk, and it's just, this is your sidewalk of life. And as you're standing there, you are experiencing your world, your perspective on your sidewalk, right? You are going forward every day, whistling Dixie. Here's my day. It's amazing. And then all of a sudden, I step in dog poop and I look around and I'm like, what the flipping crap? Like, is that really dog poop on my sidewalk of life? And I look around and I'm like, okay, who's got the dog? What's happening? Where'd this come from? And you look outside and you step in it and you're like, why? Why did this happen to me? Why does the universe hate me so much? Whose dog is this? I swear to God, if I see anybody with a dog, and you go on and on. Okay, now let's break this apart a little bit. Of course, life is not linear, but our brain wants it to be linear, so it pretends that it is. So for this analogy, we're going to pretend that life is linear. So you're walking along, and when you see and you step in dog poop, here's the energy perspective. That dog poop, my dear friend, is coming from you. You had a perspective shift. You had something, you had a limiting belief. You had some trigger about something. You had words that went out in a negative way. And what you did that you didn't realize is that you are carrying a backpack full of dog poop. And every time you use your words, those words, especially with emotion, and usually when we're upset about something, we put some emotion behind our words, don't we? When you use words with emotion, you are taking a pile of dog poop out of your backpack and you are throwing it on the sidewalk. So you will experience it. Those words will eventually come back to you in the form of some icky, sticky, gross, smelly situation. Now, the importance of this, let me give you another layer deep. When we use our emotions as our communication, you're so riled up about something. You're using your emotional state, right? You're mad about something, and when you're talking, you're getting charged up. When you're charged up, that emotion that comes from your heart center, not always in a good way. It's both. It goes in both ways. But when it comes out in a negative way, you are communicating with the universe through that frequency. So if you're mad, you're throwing out the mad dog poop, saying to the universe, I want to experience more things that make me mad. Now, when I put this whole picture together, it was quite amazing in the shift of my own mentality to go, okay, so now I want something different in my life. We've all heard about the law of attraction. We've all started kind of playing with it and trying to figure it out. And here's how it goes. And this is what I'm understanding. When I look in the mirror and go, I'm thin and fit, I'm thin and fit, I'm thin and fit, but I'm not. I'm 50 pounds overweight, let's say, and I want to be thin and fit. If I don't have any consistent emotional charge about that word, about those affirmations, about that mantra, you are not actually communicating with the universe. So picture an open line through the phone system. If I pick up my phone and I start talking into it, I'm not talking to anybody until I actually dial the number. Through my heart is how I dial the number, waiting for them to pick up. The line is open. The line of communication is open when I've got that emotional state charged about the thing that I want. If we don't do this, if we just use our mental energy and say, okay, I'm thin and fit, or I'm rich and famous. If it's not charged up emotionally, the line is closed. You're not talking to anybody. You're not sending out the frequency, which is why if you go back and listen to why affirmations don't work, that's why. You don't have the emotional charge. It's through the emotion that you communicate. Now, here's the problem. If you don't set intentions, if you don't try to focus your energy in what you want to experience, what you're sending out to the universe is send me anything you want. Send me whatever. Now, that can be good. That can be exciting. That can be new and different. But what typically happens is if we go out there unintentional, we are saying to the universe, go ahead and send me anything you want. But what you're actually doing is as you are going through your day is you're responding to your environment. You're responding to what currently is. You look at your bank account and you say, I don't have enough money. You look at your body and you say, I'm not in very good health. You look at your relationships and say, I'm not in love anymore. You look at your job and say, I'm unhappy. So though you go and you start the day, hey, universe, send me anything you want, but you go out there intentionally and you're not really saying what you do want. You're saying things about what you don't want. And we know that complaining is the community rule. When we get together with our coworkers, what do you find is a topic of conversation? They're complaining. They're complaining about the kids in the classroom. They're complaining about their jobs. They're complaining about the boss. They're complaining. Okay? They're complaining about whatever, their life, in a way to connect with others. So here's what we're going to do. I don't want you to have that problem where you're just kind of willy-nilly out in the world and you're not getting what you want and your life is not changing. We become stagnant. One of my clients, Julie, says to me in our coaching program, she says, not setting an intention is like sailing without a rudder. I'm like, oh my God, I'm totally using that. That is so perfect. She said, not setting an intention throughout the day is like sailing without a rudder. You're just going wherever the wind takes you. And then you talk about whatever you're seeing. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. And in the meantime, what is getting thrown on your sidewalk? So if you are going about your day, and I want you to look back, I want you to turn around on your sidewalk and look back. How many piles of poop did you step in the last week? Could be a lot. So here's the steps to setting a really good, powerful intention. I 1,000% recommend this, 1,000%, because it works in my life. I have my kids do it every day. Amy and I do check-ins and intentions every day. Amy's my partner, if you don't know. And it shifts our day. It like sets the intention and the temperature and the mood of the day. Think about it, you're going to have a party. And you have a theme for your party. It's a summer luau, and you're inviting all your friends, and you're going to have all this cool music, and you're going to have a pool, and you're going to have some really cool like Hawaiian drinks and all this fun music, and you're going to play all these games. And in the meantime, what's the intention in your mind? This is going to be really fun. This is going to be a great time. We're going to invite our friends, and it's going to be like this time of connecting, and it's going to be great music and great food, and it's going to be really fun. So indirectly, and even not on purpose, but you're setting an intention, even though you don't really know what you're doing. But that is what you're doing. You're playing with that energy going, this is going to be really fun. Okay. You're going to do the same thing. Now, here's my process of how I set intentions for the day. And I'm telling you, it is a night and day difference between setting an intention and not for the beginning part of your day. So here's what I do. What I do is, the first thing I do is I ground to Mother Earth. I connect. I bring my awareness in my body, and I get grounded. And matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do that right now. Usually I try not to let so much time go in, but as we're going to do this, I want you to get present with me and my voice right here, right now, and to get present. So let's do that. I'm so sorry that it took me a couple minutes to get here, but okay, so let's do it. So call your energy back from all of your mental tabs that are open. Call your energy back from your worries, your doubts, your fears, and just get present in your body and be here right now with me. And then breathe in deeply, and this gets us present, and this gets us grounded and gets us centered. Feel your body on the chair that you're sitting on, and breathe in deeply. Hold it for just a second at the top, and breathe out, and just relax. Getting here in this moment to become receptive, to just be here with me. It's just like we're at the coffee house having some spicy chai tea, right? We're just being together right now. So feeling your body on the seat beneath you, feeling your feet on the floor, and then give yourself this moment. I appreciate you being here with me, and I really, really feel the gratitude of you listening to my podcast and giving me feedback. I love that so much, and thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to be here. So, all right, let's get back to it. So that is what I do. I ground. I recommend it to anybody who feels high, fast energy. When you are feeling typically a negative energy, or if you're feeling angry, frustrated, anxious, all of that is going to help to reconnect to Mother Earth. The next that I love, love, love to do, connecting to Mother Earth gets me present, gets me in the moment, connects me to where abundance comes from. And connecting to Mother Earth just feels good to me. And the next what I do is it kind of gets woven into setting the intention, but it is to go out to source energy into the universe and also get connected. So once I've gotten grounded, I ask myself, how do I want to feel today? What do I want to attract? And I would highly recommend that this is an emotional word. I want to feel confident. Let's say I'm going out looking for new jobs. I want to feel confident. I want to feel amazing. I want to feel exhilarated. I want to be calm and peaceful. I as an entrepreneur and a content creator, I always like clarity. I want to be creative, right? And so choose your emotional word. As you are choosing it, as you're thinking about what you want to feel, choose the word that resonates the most with you. And when I say the word resonate, what I mean is, do you feel an emotional response in the body when you say that word? If someone says calm or peace or harmonious, I don't feel anything. Those words don't charge me in a good way, but I love clarity. I love exhilaration. I love excitement. Adventure is one of my favorite words. I love adventure. And I always like to, whatever it is that I'm using is with ease on the end. I want to have an adventurous day with ease. I am doubly charged. Those are my two favorite words. I have lots of favorite words, but I do love adventure and I do love ease. So when I put a word out there, I want it to feel that charge in my body. I want to feel it when I say it. That is going to make the attraction and the intention really, really powerful. When we are charged through our heart center, where we feel our emotions, when we are charged through our heart center, we are really communicating with the universe what we want. And remember, that's opening the line. That is picking up the phone, dialing the number, waiting for the universe to answer. Right then, you want to feel that charge. Okay? That's the key. That is the baseline. I hope you wrote that down. Okay. Now, when I'm setting the intention, the next thing is I want to communicate with the universe. So I get grounded, connected to Mother Earth, but then I want to get communicated. I want to get connected to source energy is what I call it. But it's God, the universe, the divine, your higher self. And so what I want to do is I want to go out into the universe and gather that emotional state that I want. So I'm going to go out and get adventure. And I'm going to breathe that in through my crown chakra, through the top of my head, and bring it all the way down through my chakras into my body. Now, this is a fully immersive activity to do every morning. And once you get through the whole process, it really takes like 5 minutes, maybe 7 if you do a really good job. It really doesn't take that long. But what it does is it sets the tone for the day. And you look back at the end of the day and you're like, oh my gosh, it was an amazing day today. Like, this shit really works. That's our mantra. This really works. This energy work, like Jen's not kidding. Like this is really amazing. And so when we do it, I want you to think about what you're doing throughout your day, meaning when you come across something that would normally upset you or trigger you, notice your reaction instead. How did I react to that? I'm in my morning commute and traffic is traffic, or I'm at a stop sign, or people are pulling in front of me. It's like, oh, normally I would be upset by that, but that didn't upset me at all. I want you to make note of that. And then I want you to give gratitude that it didn't trigger you. This is the foundation. This is the foundation of energy work, is throwing our mind out in front of us, thinking about how we want to feel. Most people spend their days with mental tabs open, hundreds of tabs. Their energy is away from their body. It's all out all over the place. All these worries, the doubts, these fears, these complaints, all these problems, and your energy is away from you. Well, guess what's left in your body? Not much. Well, no wonder. When our body is empty of our energy, we are depleted. And how do you think the body feels when the energy source is all out at all these places? It feels anxious. It feels scarce. It feels stressed out. And why do you think the world is living in stress and anxiety all the time, every single day? When the body does not have its healing source in its body, how is it healing? What is the number one way for everyone to heal right now? Medication. Medication for their anxiety, medication for their depression. And I go, okay, well, there's a time and a place for medication. It just shouldn't be your daily life. There's ways around it. I promise you. When you're feeling anxious, get in the body. Pull your energy back. When you're feeling like, it's like, to me, how anxiety feels, it's like my energy is being lifted up through the higher parts of my chakras and my body is still on the ground. It's fear. My energy is leaving. And so what do? I call my energy back from all the tabs that are open on all the problems, all the complaints, all the worries, all the doubts. I pull it back and I get all my energy back in the body. And then I ground to Mother Earth. And then I connect to source energy and I say, here's what I want to feel. I want to feel confident. I want to feel like the boss. I want to feel like I got my I always say shit on a stick. Hopefully you understand what I mean. I want to get my ducks in a row. I want to get my gears going, right? I can't do that if my energy is so out of the body that I have nothing left in my tank. So I'm going to pull it in. Now, I hope that this episode found you in a state of confidence. And if you think that anybody in your circle of friends, your circle of associations would love or need this information, please share this episode on your social media channels and write a review. Show me what you think. Tell me how this episode landed with you. Like, is this good? Is this good information? Did this help open your eyes and your perspective? And let me know. Let me know how it's working for you. When you set intentions, how does your day turn out? I hope that this is amazing for you because this is a great perspective shift for me and it really, really works. If you want to share your experience in a more lively place, come to my Lady Rising group on Facebook. When you are asked the membership questions, say you're coming in through the podcast. And in here, let's talk about the episodes. Let's share our experience. Let's build our community, ask our questions, and share what's going on. I'm happy to help, and I hope that you do this work and you find that it is really powerful for you as it is for me. And I will talk to you soon. Hey, thanks for listening. Your support means the world to me, and I'm truly grateful to have you on this journey of personal growth and exploration. If you've ever felt motivated or uplifted or gained valuable insight from my podcast, you now have an opportunity to show your appreciation. If you'd like to buy me a coffee or a chai tea as a token of support, you can do so through the link in the podcast show notes. Remember, your support goes beyond just a chai tea. It fuels my passion and drive to continue growing with you, making the world a better place and elevating all of humanity one episode at a time. Thank you again for being a valued listener.